Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your Love Gems reading. This is one intended to focus on relationships, passion, expression, and all ways that you devote your inspired energy towards reaching your goals. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below, where I have added a relationship reading if you're interested in that specifically. But let's get started with your overall energy from the beautiful Tizama deck. I pulled fulfillment. And fulfillment feels as though it's describing, Leo, something that you are receiving that you've asked for. This is almost a wish fulfillment that I'm sensing from this card, but it's a little more complex than a straight up dream lotto receipt. This is really about something you are asking for, perhaps unconsciously, that is being fulfilled. So an example would be you're asking for a partner that fits certain criterion, but you're not being completely honest about what that criterion is. So perhaps if you are looking for someone who wants to have children, I'm not sure in a case like that that you would be saying that to a prospective person that you're dating, seeing, or starting a friendship with. It's not that you're hiding it, but I think certain things need to be put out on the table depending on your sincerity, your wish for a particular kind of family or a particular kind of opportunity. It would give the partner in this particular case a chance to say, oh, that's something I'd like to eventually, or that's not something I'm interested in right now. At least so that you know what you're grooming. You are doing that in a way that is built upon agreements, not built upon assumptions. And that's the key takeaway here. You're showing up as the King of Cups. And here again, I do believe that there is the need for you to be honest, for you to be wise, for you to be smart, for you to think about experiences, similar experiences you've had in the past, and why those haven't worked out. Because my guess is that you perhaps were looking for something similar in the past and you got something that more or less conformed to what you wanted, but it ended up not being what you thought it would be. The King of Cups is actually encouraging you to be more honest, to be more forthcoming about your desires, your expectations, what you would like. It doesn't mean that you're filling out a list of things on your first few dates. It means that eventually you're having discussions, or when those questions come up, you're more or less honest about what you're looking for. You can do that in a mature way. Uh, Eventually, I might like to have children, or I'd love to be in an environment where children could grow up and fill in the dash. But this is absolutely encouraging you not to be cagey, not to mask your real feelings, not to pretend that everything is okay or that everything they do is cool. This is really about being in an honest communication with someone who you could take seriously, who seems like a likely candidate or prospect for something, at least a long-term friendship. The Two of Fires coming towards you, and this is precisely coming back to who you are. This is describing your desire to plan for the future so that you know your strengths, you know the qualities that make you attractive, that make you interesting, make you enjoyable to be with. Um, but there is more that you want to do. You're not content to be a trophy. Male or female, your gender is not specific here. In whatever regard, you are not a passive icon in a relationship, nor do you want to be. You actually want to think about the future. You don't know what that looks like. Nobody knows what that looks like. But by articulating some of the things that you think you would find useful or important to include in your life, with or without a partner, are important for you to be clear on within yourself. It's okay not to know details, but it is important to acknowledge those things, whether it's one, two, or three. It's not about a laundry list, but it's about not compromising on the things that are important to you, not pretending that everything is just okay. This is really about looking at your long term growth, how you want to grow, and acknowledging that as key to the success of any relationship on your terms. I am going to pull just one clarifying card because this message to me feels pretty clear and complete. But let's see what else. Wow, there's a lot of cards here trying to come out. And I pulled the 10 of Swords. I like this. This is really describing uh, much of where you're coming from in this current moment, so that you are in a place of realizing something that you deeply want and getting clear about that. One thing you are clear about is that you don't want to go back to what you had in the past. And I do believe this card came out to make sure that you're asking yourself, that you're clear with yourself, that you're not going to get what you got before unless your behaviors are different. If you are going through the same courtship flirtation that you have in the past, if you're going along, if you're scoping out what someone has or their former relationships, you are likely to be in a kind of competition without even realizing it. Even competition with your former exes, so that you are absolutely consolidated that what you had was not what was right for you. And so this is a cautionary, a caution to make sure that you don't revisit this very untenable situation again through your actions. Thank you so much, Leo, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.